All right, we should be live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cities Skylines East Yorkshire. This is live stream number 2. Number 1 went pretty well, so we're gonna do it again. We're gonna keep doing it every so often, as it feels necessary. So for today, as I think I've mentioned probably the last couple of videos, going to be looking to filling in this larger area right here, but also just gonna take some viewer suggestions. If there's any particular specific parts of the city that you'd like to see, let us know in the chat, and we'll take a look at it. Gonna be streaming for about an hour today, and I'm gonna try to get done as much as we can. One thing that I want to show off first, and yeah, where we are moving here, let me get you a better view here. This area north of the train track, so originally it was just these tracks going through here, and in the footage that I've already shot for episode 17, I decided to kind of reconfigure and change a little bit of this area. So I extended this bridge, this overpass, a little to another block, and decided to put in a depot to have kind of trains. It's like a maintenance depot essentially. Now these are just props, these trains kind of sticking out of the depot here, but I'm really liking how this came out. Let me turn down the desktop audio. Yeah, that should be a bit better. And then just kind of went ahead and filled in as well all of the space, kind of from the back of here, which was already done, and so all of this is new. All of this is new, and you'll see that all get built out in episode 17. And I'm not quite sure yet what else I'll do in that episode, especially since the plan is to kind of do all of this today. But I'm sure I'll find something else. I think maybe if I have this footage for episode 17, that maybe I can also just make the rest of that episode maybe about mass transit, which is something I've been wanting to do for a while as well, and maybe just kind of more carefully planning out some bus lines. I don't know, maybe I should have even thought further ahead at the beginning and done a tram network or something for this city. I think it'd be too late now to kind of shoehorn that in, but I could definitely make up for it with the buses and the trains, which are so far doing okay. I'll actually pop out here and show you the traffic. I mentioned that in the last video as well, but we're at about 81%, which is up from where it had been previously. And one of the big reasons for that is something that I also built off camera entirely, but I needed there to be a bypass. A lot of cars were coming in off the main road north of the city, which is obviously not complete and detailed, but people were coming in and only using this main road here and coming down past the university and into the main roundabout. And this was just really traffic choked. Now, I expected it to be like that to some extent, but I also wanted to make sure that I had some way of keeping that under control. And in Hull, in real life, there is kind of essentially a bypass. So I've allowed the main roundabout that feeds the bridge to have this kind of A road. This is just a simple one road in each direction with pretty minimal speed limit on it, and the road has some pre-built trees and detailing, which is nice. But kind of letting it skirt along the edge of the city, along the edge of these kind of foothills here, and then eventually connecting in below where the second largest city in the build's going to be. Sorry, my thing is spinning here. Am I live? Are you doing your thing correctly? I'm really looking forward to moving in a couple of months, because my intent is to get better internet wherever I go. Maybe get Fios if I can. Because yeah, I just don't have the bandwidth here to get the stream to the level that I really expect it to be. So if anyone's in chat, if you could type something in there, let me know if this is working. That would be really helpful. Yeah, it's just spinning for me. Let's see if that pops up at all. Working fine. Fantastic. Thank you, Cheese. I appreciate it. So I'll just ignore what I'm seeing in the YouTube window. It keeps showing me it's just spinning and spinning and spinning. So I wasn't quite sure. You know, it recommends a bitrate of 4500, but I'm only putting through 2500 right now. So not quite enough to get the level of quality I'd want, but hopefully in the future we'll get some really nice 1080 streams going. So yeah, even the only bad part about this bypass is that now this roundabout's really traffic filled, and I kind of maybe didn't intend that, and I might have to play around with this at some point, but I'm not really going to touch it for now. Maybe I should throw in some, see if we can mess around this intersection. Both using node controller, just kind of drag that back a bit. And then I'll use the marking tool and I'll get some lines going in here. All right, let's see. How would I want this to look? So let's dotted line there. And then this is, I think, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, yeah, so that only can go into that lane. So that gives me a little bit of a template to work off of. Let's see, I think I'll do that as a solid line. And that is a solid line. And then I'll fill this in. But these need an angle. Do I have this preset already? I don't think I do. Yeah, that looks better. But yeah, you can see this little junction right here in particular. This is one of the only few crossover points where, you know, it lets you switch lanes, and, you know, of course they have to all end up switching lanes there. Otherwise, this road could never get over here. If I connected this straight, you'd only be able to take the bypass and exit off that way, and that would kind of ruin the roundabout. So I'll let it just work like that. I think that's okay for now. I did have that bug happen again the other day where all of my surface painter for the entire map got reset, which is terrible. It happens like, I'm not gonna say all the time, but it happens. It's happened on like the last several builds that I've done, the last few maps that I've worked on, and it's just tough because you spend a lot of time sometimes, you know, doing this and filling some stuff in, and A, it's annoying to redo it, and B, you just kind of forget sometimes exactly what you had filled in previously and what you hadn't. But it's one of those things you just can't worry about, and you know that whenever you do start working on it, it's just gonna, you just have to let it be the way it is. All right, so let's start building over here. I think I'm gonna get some light industrial and then maybe some commercial along this block, and then all residential in here. So I'm gonna, well, you know, I'll leave it running. We'll leave the stream up, and we'll start throwing in some industrial here. Let's see. Do I have anything that's long? It's too big. Ooh, maybe one of these. I know I've already used one, but oh yeah, that'll fit in just nicely there. then I think the back of this should probably be a small parking lot. So let's just get this filled in nice and easy. Let's do a fence. All right. Yeah, let's have him enter from the side here. So let's... we'll do something like that. And if this is going to be a warehouse, I think I need... put a little bit of parking down, like regular parking. You know, for the bosses, and then I'll throw a few trucks in here as well. Can I steal one of these trucks? Yeah. I'm always trying to, steal something if I can, not have to go searching again. Alright, and then for the cars over there, gotta put some Peugeots in. Let's do a couple of Fords. Oh, I don't want yellow though, but whatever. And then I think just like one nice kind of damage. What is there? It is, yeah. All right. One block down. A few more to go, right? I also relocated the police station off camera. This is not going to be in the footage that I've shot, but you know, just some light detailing, and this is kind of enough police to really manage a good chunk of the city, which is nice. Alright, what else do we have here? Oh, no, I don't want vanilla assets. I'm going all custom today, baby. Let's put that there. Drag it a little bit closer to the road. And then on the back side here, we're going to start putting in some commercial instead. I like some of these assets because like this asset looks non-commercial, like it looks industrial, but it is commercial, so it doesn't pollute, which is always something you got to struggle with a little bit in the game. And then right here, I think it's going to be a shorter warehouse I have. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work well. Let's get this block filled in. And then I think, you know, just some fencing in here should kind of break up this grid. What other kind of cars do I have? I always forget. Like, I always just forget which, you know, which brands I have cars of. And let's put, like, one of those box trucks in there as well. There we go. Alright, it's already happening. People are already walking through around here, so... That's very good news. Alright, I feel like over here needs to be more residential, because this is all residential. But I guess I can put probably one more industrial or commercial asset next to the bridge, because that shouldn't bother anybody too much. I don't know, I think that's a little bit too big. Is there no way for me to flip this? I'm gonna have to flip it myself. Nice. Yeah, that looks good. A little bit more massive. Just trying to really make those look nicer. Oh, but these are houses directly across. Let's see, is this a polluting building? It is. That's probably going to be too close to these houses. I did like the way that looked, but I just don't want to have all the complaints and all the sick people. So let's do this instead. And I guess I should put just parking next to them. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. I don't usually like to connect the parking roads directly like through from road to road, but you know, there's places where it works, and I think this is one of them. Anybody in chat, soccer fan, football fan, gonna be watching the Euros today? I think the Wales match is in about 45 minutes. I'm really looking forward to the England match, but I don't think that's until Tuesday. And of course, I'll be working. It'll be the middle of the day, so I don't know if I'll be able to really watch that one, but that's going to be one of the exciting ones for sure. You know, having to see them play Germany again, you know, a team they have plenty of history with and seem to get paired with all the time. That's going to be a really good match. You know, this young, hot England team versus the experience and decline of that German national team. You know, they're not quite who they were 6-7 years ago when they won the World Cup. So, really looking forward to that for sure. All right, and then this block definitely is going to need housing. I'm going to stick a fence along the edge here. Come on. I need this like to be default. Like the anarchy in this mod needs to be on as default. Come on. If you don't yell at your moving mod at least once when you're playing, I mean, are you even playing Cities Skylines? Alright, and then, yeah, I don't know how I want to build the housing in here. I feel like it needs to continue to be like somewhat dense housing in this area since it is so close to everything and, you know, probably wouldn't be the nicest housing in the world, but... Oh, I can use that same building actually, but I use the housing version and that might look okay. Like a, you know, a conversion essentially. Oh, this looks very different from the past. Did this asset get updated? Yeah, that's really nice looking. I don't remember it having like these grassy bits along the edges. It's possible that it got upgraded, but who knows? Alright, the door is on that side, so I'm going to stick in a path next to it. Where are my good paths? Here they are. What is your domestic club? Who do you support? I can't really put my finger on which team might have a lot of Danish players on it. I only ever really used to know Ericsson from Spurs, although he's he's playing in Italy now. Brentford. Brentford is London based, right? And in the championship, I believe, along with my my whole City Tigers starting this year. After a 1-year absence. Oh, that's right. I did see that match. That is awesome. Had they ever been in the Prem before, or is it, you know, just their first time back after a long drought? The Brentford Bees. It's so exciting for a smaller club to get the opportunity to play in the Premier League. Like, I mean, I got really blessed getting to watch Hull do 2 separate stints, at least since I've been a fan. But it's just like it's so tough to do. It's so tough to get there. 1947. That is amazing. I mean, there's generations of people, fans of that team, who have, you know, lived and died and never seen them be that high. And that's the fear when you get relegated. It's just like, you never know. Like Hull went down to League One last year, and it's like, are they going to bounce right back? Are they going to get stuck down there for years? You look at a team like Sunderland, who, you know, seemed like they were a fixture in the Premier League, and now they can't even get out of League One. They got that giant stadium, and you know, who wants to go watch? That many people want to watch a third tier team? Not as many, I'd imagine. All right, let me pause the simulation for a little bit because people are complaining because there's not enough jobs. I need workers. We need to build housing. I'm so tempted to put larger buildings in this city. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, should I just do it? But I can definitely just keep putting in something like this. Can I make this fit? Is this one a little smaller? Yeah, that'll look better. think this kind of matches with these buildings that I put on the other side. Yeah, it was crazy too. Like the run they went on, the second half of the season, they went like 13 or 14 games without a loss, and that's how you do it in those lower divisions. Like you just got to rattle off. You got to take 20 points from a 30-point stretch, something like that. That's the only way to do it, because there's, with 24 teams in the league, if you're not constantly pumping out points, you're not going to last. And it still came down to, like, I don't know, there was like 2 or 3 weeks left in the season before they finally clinched. But what was really exciting for me was not only to see them clinch, but, to pick up a title. It's their first title in any division since 1966. It's the same year that, England won the World Cup. So I feel kind of, privileged to be able to, again, have another milestone for my team and see them, clinch promotion, but do so in a winning fashion. It's just excellent. All right, let's see what else we got here. Is there anything that I had that's a little bigger? Oh, maybe this one will work. And I'll just move this over. And that leaves a very nice place for a tree. Come on. Oh man, it is so hot here without the air conditioning on. That is definitely what I struggle with the most during the summer playing this game. Like I mentioned it in the last episode, but it's just like, how can I record my audio if I have an air conditioner blasting? Yeah, that looks nice. I'm a fan of that. Let me put some other apartment buildings along this edge, because I don't want this street to feel too secluded. Like feel like there's really tall buildings hanging over either edge, but at the same time, I just need to get buildings down. And then maybe a path straight through there. I mean, I'm all about those pedestrian paths. Let's put a little bit of a wider one in though. Yeah, this looks good too, having a path here, because it's right next to the bus station, and it would let, the people that are taking the bus kind of, get to the station a bit more easily. Let's see. Something smaller now. No, that doesn't look right. Trying to think. I don't know. Do I want maybe like some of these? Would that work? Or actually, maybe I'll just go back and use more of the beach residence. Probably my favorite building now in this build, but it just works. Put 4 of those down. Back them up a little bit. And then I'll just fill in the area behind it and kind of treat it like almost like it's an alleyway. And then for the front of this building, I definitely want to get some green in. All right, cool. And then maybe some trees as well. Always trees. All right, let's for the rest of this, I don't know, I guess I could put in more commercial if I wanted to. At least along the corner here. And then that'll let me put in some skinnier housing. Oh yeah, these are kind of nice. I think these are like seaside houses, but I don't know, they kind of look like slightly newer build. Just put those there. Maybe get one more in. Nice, nice. I like that. And then fencing along the back. Fantastic. Come on, go denser, go denser. Alright, cool. So pretty much now I got all, well actually I gotta, let me, what can I stick into this little corner here? I guess, I feel like this should be parking. But, do I have room for a garage in there? Or I guess, what if I, it's like, this is always the problem. It's like, which parking do I choose from? Ooh, road maintenance depot. That might be fun to place somewhere. Wonder if it fit like right over here. Oh, it's just too small. Maybe on the other side? How does that look? Oh, well, that actually doesn't work with where the gate of that building is, but, I don't know, maybe I can just, like, slide this down? I already have, actually, underneath here. Can I find it? I don't know if I can find it, but there's, like, a trash cube hidden in there so that, this area gets decent trash pickup. Yeah, I actually like that. And I don't think that produces any pollution. Unlike all the other buildings that are around here do. It's nice. This is putting off like just enough pollution, but it's not affecting the homes next to it, which is all I really care about in the end. All right, can I... Yeah, when in doubt, just put in parking. Fill in the rest of that. I hate how the tree brush dodges. Like, just let me put trees down. All right. Population's going back up. Maybe we can get to 18,000 today, but only got like 25 minutes left here, so I gotta put the pedal to the metal if we're gonna get that done. I think I'm gonna scoot this block down a little bit. I want these two blocks to be basically even. And then I'm just gonna put in some row houses, some Victorians. Right, is this the right size? Close enough. Let's steal some of these. It's library time. Okay. Oh, look at that. It's like almost the perfect size. That looks like I can fit one more on. But I'll drag this road down because otherwise I think those houses will complain. And then I'm gonna actually just tap this in. Let's see. Perfect. That's the way to do it. That's the way to get quick growth. Just slam those buildings in. And I'm just gonna keep doing it. I don't care. Let's keep going. Oh, that's too many. Alright. Maybe like that? I think that should do it. Alright, that is great. I love how that fills in so nice and easy. Corner building here. Let's see. I need some buffer, so let me put in some commercial if I can, like a 4x4. Ooh, maybe that, yeah. Oh shit, where's that? What is that line there? Oh, it's the road. Don't want that. I don't want to copy another road in. But then actually I can't actually even have... I'm going to delete all these guys. Alright, anybody want to see any other parts of the city while we're continuing to work through this? Please, please let me know. Come on. Oh, come on. I'm really fighting with the game today. Much better. All right. You know, one thing that's worse about the fact that it's hot in here right now is that I'm also not feeling the best after more than a couple of drinks last night. I actually went out last night to a bar, and it was the first time, well, in, you know, I guess, you know, a year and a half or whatever, that the bar, like, everyone was unmasked in the bar. Yeah, that's all I really got to say. It's just, yeah, everybody was, even the bartenders, no masks on. It was nice. It's something I haven't experienced in quite a while with COVID, and it felt a little strange, but also felt like totally natural. Like getting back on a bike. And, you know, I'm really glad that things are continuing to adjust back to normal, or whatever normal might be. I know it's not going to be quite the same, but you got to make do for what it is. Alright, the rest of this edge, I need to go all commercial. But I do want to kind of mix it up a little bit. Not have all the exact same buildings, and making sure I'm using some different looks. This building I've liked a lot, and then I realized too that you can actually change the color of it. It makes all the difference. Yeah, that works too. Let me see if I can put some smaller ones in. Try to remember which of the Asus I really want to use here. There's already a supermarket on the other side, so let me not repeat that. And then I'll just throw a bunch of ones in and make up the rest. And then I think along the back side of these, it's got to be parking again. Just the right size for it. Come on, stop grabbing on. Yeah, I can definitely fit an 8 in here. Let's see. Spin, spin, spin. Come on. And then let's see. Why is this not showing all the spaces? It needs to go down a little bit. That works. just the rest like that. Who cares? It just has to get filled in. Not trying to go crazy here. No, it's tough when I'm working on these because, you know, when I do the actual episodes, people are going to see all the minutia, and I really do try to get it all filled in. But when I'm doing these quick builds, it's just like, you know, no one's ever going to see the fact that there's a little bit of something missing, or if it doesn't look just quite right. It's a lot more forgiving. Yeah, not having to wear a face mask feels so foreign now. Yeah, it's been tough. It's just, you know, I was never some anti-mask idiot. I always wanted to wear mine and keep myself and others safe. But it's like what I keep telling people is, you know, I went and got the vaccine. I hope everybody gets their vaccine whenever they can. But what's the point of encouraging people to get the vaccine if we're not going to let that allow us to have some normalcy again? So that's what I've been doing. I've just kind of I've just gotten back into it, and I only really wear it now when I'm on the subway, because that's still being required for federal law. So you know, I'm gonna keep doing that and keep doing what I can to keep us safe and get us past this Delta and Delta Plus variants and all these crazy things going on. But it's all gonna work out all right in the end. We're gonna get there. All right, now I just gotta finish this corner here. Ooh, maybe we will hit 18,000. But maybe to do that, I need to put something big in here. Oh, what about that? I don't think I've used this building at all anywhere. I don't really know if it fits in that spot. It's a little bit too long. Oh, these are pretty nice. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll drag it back from the road a little bit. And then, yeah, that just is a perfect excuse to just fill the rest in with trees. Alright, done. I do like that I'm putting a little bit more height in this part of the city. I feel like there might be a chance at some point in the future where I might go back and look at the city center again, because it just... I don't know, I feel like especially early on in the series, I was very focused on having a look pretty similar to the way Hull looks in real life, but the more I build and the more I change, I'm like, nah, I should just, like, you know, knock some of this down and put up... maybe not a skyscraper, but maybe a big chunky office building or a big chunky apartment building would look okay in the city center. But this looks pretty okay now. I'm happy with how this little corner turned out. I don't think I'm going to finish the rest of this right now. I'm going to try to just... I'm going to leave this. I think this is good enough. This is... Let's zoom in here. All right. Yeah, that looks good. It really makes the rest of this block feel fleshed out. And, you know, this, I think, to me, this is one of the most important stretches in the city. The city doesn't have a lot of wide roads. Only the major stretches have these, 4 block wide roads. The 32-meter roads. And, you know, when you do put those large avenues in, you want to make sure that what's built along them is important and that you're getting a lot of use out of it. So... that's what's happening here. People like waiting in the damn street for a bus, but it seems to be working pretty well. Let's what else do we want to look at? Let's go take a look down here. This is a couple episodes ago now, but I just love this view of the city. And you know, I just added a bunch of the trees on the hilltops, just kind of, you know, to make those long range shots look a little more appealing. And yeah, can't complain about this. Just Really enjoying how the city's been coming out. I do, however, need to eventually turn my eye back to the east. I need to really build out the industrial area here and figure out what I'm doing in this spot, because if I can get the industrial area out here and then maybe build in kind of like along an arc, fill in some more of this, you can kind of almost not see the end of the series, because I still would really love to get up here and build farms and build down here and keep on going forever and ever, but I want the city to really feel alive. And it looks like we will touch 18,000 today. That's what I've been trying to get to. Really love to get to 20, 25 within the next month or two. But we'll see if we end up getting there. Still a lot of work to be done. What else did I want to look at today? I wanted to do a little bit of node controller work today. Or not node controller work. I want to do some intersection marking tool today, especially on this one right here. This is like a major intersection, it feels like. Let's see. Okay, so if I'll make that road there. I'm gonna make that a little smaller, a little. Let me copy that and paste. I want to make like a. I guess I can't put a regular box junction in because I don't have a road sticking out the other side, which is kind of lame. And you can see the problem maybe I'm having with those prop problems, really. Even the crosswalks are not extending all the way anymore. And the bike symbols are messed up, and I just don't know what bug, what mod is doing that, but I really need to dig through my mods again and see if I can fix it. Huge pain in the neck. I love this roundabout even more now that it's not so choked with traffic. That it really is kind of just working, except for the idiots who are crossing here when they shouldn't be. But, alright, I know we're actually like just shy of the hour mark here, but I'm absolutely dying in this heat. So, I'm going to go turn my air conditioner on and turn the stream off. Thank you for sticking around. If you're in chat, I really appreciate it. Tough to get the turnout you want sometimes, but having anybody watch is always a pleasure. And stay tuned for episode 17. Should be out in a week or so. And yes, I'm still working on my one-to-one New York. Still trying to get that off the ground. It's going to take a little while, though. But once again, thank you all very much for joining me today. Catch you soon. Bye.